Hey guys, it's Jess and welcome back to my video channel. So I just came from seeing a client and a parent asked a really great question, and I wanted to come and I wanted to make a video just for you because I know if that parent had that question, there's a really good chance that you have that question. And this is a little bit of a controversial subject, and that's whether or not you should teach a child with autism to use sign language specifically for more. So a lot of therapists will teach a child to sign for more. Now they'll do it because it's relatively easy. Now it does require that the child will allow you to prompt them, that they have some eye contact, some basic imitation skills, but it's a pretty simple one to teach, and it's one that a lot of children tend to get. Now children will, if they have the skills to be able to do the prerequisites, they will tend to want to learn to ask for things because it gets them what they want. So it's very intrinsically motivating. So it is something that a lot of kids will pick up right away. And so parents will say, okay, well, if my child's learning it right away and it's a form of communication, and it is a form of communication, then why shouldn't I do it? And here's why. In order for a child to ask for more, they actually have to understand the concept of more, which is very difficult to teach. Now you can say, okay, well, that doesn't really matter. The point is that they're asking for something. Well, that can be true, but here's the difficulty. When they're asking for more, they're not actually asking for anything specific. They're really just telling you that they want something. But there's oftentimes, right, you'll use more for everything. So you could be doing bubbles with a child and then you ask them to say more for bubbles. You know, you can be giving them a glass of water and then you teach them to sign for more water. Or they want a banana and you cut it up into little pieces at your therapist's recommendation to give them multiple chances to request for more, and they're asking for more. And then they've really gotten down the fact that more means that they want something. Well, now your child walks around, they walk up to you and they start signing for more, but they don't actually have anything, which means you don't actually know what they want. So let's say you're like, oh, they're asking for more. So, well, they want a banana, and you give them the banana and they don't want it. They start crying, they start yelling, and then, they sign for more. They're walking around the house and you're like, oh, maybe they wanted milk, or maybe they wanted Legos, maybe they wanted more iPad, right? The problem is when their child is spontaneously using more to request, because it doesn't actually have any real value, you may not know what they want. Therefore, it's not going to be reinforced. You're actually teaching them that it doesn't work. They're going to be frustrated and you're going to be really frustrated. So sometimes teaching them more can really backfire, because they're just going to walk around, they're going to be signing for more. You're still going to have no idea what they want. And so even though it is a form of communication, it's not practical and it's not always functional. The other problem is that it's not universal. So somebody outside of the field of special education, someone who's not a teacher, someone who's not a therapist or a parent of a child with autism, will not necessarily know what that means. So what do I recommend? I recommend using visual boards, choice boards. I recommend teaching kids to point at things that they want. If your child's pointing to something, then you will know what they want. I personally think that even just taking you to what they want, when children take you and they bring you to what you want, that's actually, to me, a better skill to have than just asking for more, even though technically more requires more learning, and it may seem like initially they're doing more imitation. Again, it's not always going to be clear what they're looking for. If your child can, choice boards are really big. Now, if you want to teach your child to sign, rather than teaching them more, I would teach them give me. Now, technically, give me is putting your two hands out in a very specific way. It's a little bit hard. Children with autism often have fine motor challenges, often don't have the best imitation skills. It's kind of hard to teach and hard to prompt. But what I recommend is you just have your child tap their chest. That universally, typically, right? No, not that they maybe think they're choking, but universally, typically, right, if someone goes like this, we typically know that they want something. So that's something that pretty much everybody will understand, that they want something. Now, it may not always solve the problem of it being very non-specific. So your child could still be doing me and then or give me, and then you don't really know what they want, but at least it's a little bit more universal, and that will actually really help. And often I would teach it with something being present, so that way it's not confusing. Your child's not just walking around and signing. Whenever possible, I would avoid using signs. I have another video on this channel that says, should you teach a child with autism sign language? And I didn't go into this amount of clarity and depth into it, but it can be really confusing. And thank you for the hearts and whoever popped on. And just to kind of give you some background back, I know this is we're already into the video, but I was talking about how if you're teaching your child to sign for more or give me and the object's not present, they could be walking around your house and they could be using the skill you taught them to ask for something and you still don't know what they want. And again, it's just going to be so much more frustrating for you as a parent. So I really hope this video was helpful. And if your child is learning to sign for more, don't get discouraged by this video. It's fantastic. If they learn to do one thing in forms of communication, it means that they can learn to do another thing. I would talk to your therapist about implementing a choice board, a visual schedule whenever possible, and really just have that conversation about like why you think that more may not be the best fit for your child. So if you found this helpful, please feel free to like, subscribe to this channel. If you have any questions, chat them in. I answer every single question that's asked to me. If you have a question about what I talked about today, you can chat it in if you're on Facebook. If not, this video always will post on YouTube. You can find my YouTube channel. It's under my name, Jessica Leichtweisz, and Hope Education Services, my company. You can search for either one of them. It'll come up. The URL for that, you can also just type in parenttrainingvideos.com. It'll take you directly to my YouTube channel. So again, I hope this was helpful. If you have another video you want me to talk about, please, please, please just message it either in the comments of this video on Facebook or on the YouTube channel. I will make a video for you. I make a video for every single question that a parent asks as long as I can. It's in my area of expertise. So have an amazing day, and I'll see everyone again soon.